Hey, welcome. So, for a lot of people, Ramadan is all about what you give up, right? No food, no water, from sunrise to sunset. But what if the real secret isn't about what's missing, but about what we actually gain? Today, we're going to dive into the hidden wisdom of the fast, going way beyond just the physical part to really get its deep spiritual purpose.
And this question, this is the one that gets right to the heart of it, doesn't it? It feels kind of like a contradiction. Why would a merciful God want us to feel hunger and thirst? Well, it turns out the answer is wrapped up in this incredible ancient story about the very nature of our own self.
And that brings us to the story of the nafs. Now, you can think of the nafs as our ego, our self, that little voice inside that's always saying, I. This parable is all about a conversation between the creator and this brand new self. And believe me, it holds the first major key to understanding why we fast.
So the second the nafs is created, it's hit with this huge fundamental question, a test right from the very beginning. Who am I and who are you? And the answer it gives, well, it's pretty defiant.
There it is. You are you. I am me. Listen to that. It's this bold declaration of independence, of being separate. The nafs doesn't see a creator and a creation. It sees two equals. You can just feel the pride dripping from that statement.
Okay, so to deal with this massive pride, the nafs is put through these intense trials. It's even thrown into fire until it's burned and broken. But get this, even after all of that, its core arrogance is still there. The fire just couldn't melt its pride. It comes out and gives the exact same answer.
And this is the real turning point. The whole strategy changes. Instead of overwhelming force, the approach becomes about simple weakness. No fire this time. The nafs is just made hungry. And in that state of need, everything flips. Its strength is gone. Its pride completely collapses. That illusion of self-sufficiency shattered. So the question is asked one more time. But the one being asked is totally different now. That arrogant, I can do it all ego is gone. And in its place is a being that has finally felt what it's like to be truly, humbly in need.
And the answer? It's completely transformed. All that defiance has vanished, replaced by this incredible humility. You are my Lord, and I am your weak servant. The nefs finally gets it. It finally sees its true place, not because of the fire, but because of hunger. And that is the first big secret of the fast. Punishment could physically burn the ego, but it couldn't touch its pride. Only hunger, that raw experience of weakness and need, could lead to real surrender. So fasting isn't a punishment at all. It's the most effective weapon we have against our own ego.
Now, this core idea, it kind of branches out into all these other amazing lessons. It's all about the wisdom you find in absence, what we learn by temporarily not having the things we completely take for granted.
You've probably heard this famous quote. It's the perfect example of the kind of disconnect that happens when you've lived a life where you've never really lacked anything. It sounds clueless, sure, but it comes from a place that literally cannot imagine what real hunger feels like. This is where fasting shows its social genius. It's designed to create this shared experience of hunger that cuts across every part of society. It's a bridge of empathy. It takes the abstract idea of poverty and makes it a felt reality, even if it's just for part of the day. And for a little while, that wall between those who have and those who don't gets just a little bit thinner. And this really shows you a deep truth about us as humans. When something is always there, we stop seeing it. It just becomes habit. It's like the free coffee at the office. It becomes background noise. But a single sip of water after fasting all day, wow, that's a blessing you feel in your soul. Ramadan's temporary absence is basically engineered to reset our appreciation, to make us remember the giver behind every single gift. And here's a really fascinating psychological insight. Fasting isn't just about avoiding things that are forbidden. During the day, you're staying away from things that are perfectly allowed or halal, food, water. This acts like a spiritual gym for your willpower. The idea is, if you can train yourself to say no to what's perfectly fine, you build the muscle to say no to what's forbidden or haram long after the month is over.
But fasting is not just a solo journey, not at all. It has this huge collective power. Ramadan has this incredible way of turning millions of individuals into one unified body. And there is so much strength in that togetherness.
The metaphor used here is so powerful. It's like an organized army. Just think about it for a second. Millions of people all over the world breaking their fast at the exact same moment, following one command. This is way more than just a meal. It's this massive, synchronized act of unity, discipline, and obedience. And the belief is that this collective action opens the doors to divine mercy in a way that just praying by yourself can't.
I absolutely love this analogy. Okay, imagine you're at the market buying tomatoes. If you're just buying one or two, you'll pick the best ones. But if you're buying them by the ton, some of the bruised, imperfect ones are going to get swept up in the sale. Well, divine mercy in Ramadan is said to be just like that. It comes down on the whole community, and in that massive wave, even those of us with faults get swept up and accepted for the sake of the group.
And this just hammers home the point that our prayers, our supplications, they become so much stronger when they're collective. My prayer alone might be weak, or maybe I'm distracted, but when my voice joins a chorus of millions all asking for the same thing, it gets lifted up with everyone else's. There's a kind of spiritual safety in numbers.
So the 30 days come and go. Life gets back to normal. But the real test isn't whether you made it through the month. It's about what's left behind. Did Ramadan leave a lasting mark on you? The goal isn't just to finish the month, it's to be fundamentally changed by it.
These are the real prizes you walk away with. First, a true gratitude, where you don't just see the gift, you see the giver behind it. Second, real willpower. And willpower isn't about being able to do whatever you want. It's the much greater strength to not do something, even when you really want to. And finally, this deep awareness that we're all in this together, that our success is tied to the community.
And that leaves us with this one final, powerful question to ask ourselves. The real measure of your Ramadan isn't what you did, but who you became. If this month is truly a school for the soul, then this is the final exam, a question to really think about long after the fasting is ended.